So, YouTube, this is my review of Black Sheep Gathering, at least the trip down and the tent camping. I awesomely had a blast. Um, that was brilliant. I went from Portland to Albany via Amtrak, which was a dream, like always. I mean, I have family in that area, so I take the Amtrak down all the time. Um, I had a ton of stuff to take with me, like almost 100 pounds of gear, but I managed it all. I caught a lift, the Lyft ride share from the train station to the fairgrounds. I mean, basically, my issues were I didn't drive. I was carting a ton of stuff for camping. A 6-person instant pop-up tent, and then everything else, and a spinning wheel. So, but yeah, it wasn't. The weather for the weekend was awesome. Um, Tent camping spaces were large. I've heard rumors that that's going to change and they might be a little bit smaller next year so they can accommodate more because it's apparently a hot commodity. Um, so, so yeah, I had an awesome experience. Anything, yeah, I think it's a case of things I would do better next year because I'm camping again next year. No questions about that. Things I would do differently next year. I would try and consolidate my camping gear a little bit better. The tent is a fixed item. It's a Coleman 6-person instant setup tent. That's about 30 pounds. That's going to always be a thing. I might try between now and next year's Black Sheep start working on getting like some of the ultralight camping gear stuff. Like one of the one of those quick inflate and ultralight sleeping pads. I've got a sleeping bag instead of using a regular duvet from a traditional bed. Try and find an ultralight camp chair that I can use my spinning wheel with. Otherwise, just find one that's really convenient and maybe a camping, backpacking table. So that I'm not taking some of my more bulky, more ideal for car camping gear, or ideal for going spinning in public in Portland by taking TriMet. So yeah. And then also, that takes care of just like the general impressions. I think also next year, I'm not going to plan to cook there. I had planned to cook there this year, and realistically, that was a mistake. The site was windy. I don't think that's going to change, and so it was very difficult to maintain any sort of constant for cooking. So definitely that. Possibly not bring all of my spindles and all of the wool that I want to do. I mean, I'm going to a fiber festival for crying out loud. If I run out, I can get more. But other than that, my end goal is for next year or even after that, is to get down to just the tent, a backpack, like a 60-liter backpack, with all of my gear, with like clothes, clothes, chair, sleep system, all of that. And then potentially add on to that, if I've just got those two things, my spinning wheel, or just a little bag carrying like my Nano e-wheel that I got, or if I decide to just spindle spin while I'm there, just that. I may also add, if I can make it fit and work, a my beach umbrella. Because of the wind, that was not viable this year due to how I was trying to anchor it in. So, due to lack of research on my part, I think that I have found something that will work for next year. It's a fairly compact X-shape stand, and then there are water weights. I can, these are things that pack flat, so I can stick them in my backpack, take them there, set them up, weigh it down, and be good to go. So, potentially, the ideal is to get to tent, backpack, Kromsky Sonato spinning wheel, and maybe a carry-on bag. But I don't think I'll need more. I actually do regret a little bit not spending more time in like the spinning circles. I think I should have done that instead of just like walking around. I think it was just a case of I didn't really want to lug my wheel back and forth, which kind of says, most people that would say you shouldn't have brought your wheel. But I was quite happy to sit and spin in front of my tent. So I think it was just a case of I was tired. I think I need to also take more time off from work. I need to take the day off before I plan to be there, and of course a day or two after. So yeah, those are my thoughts for Black Sheep Gathering. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you want to, who knows, if you have any questions. But otherwise, if you're in the Pacific Northwest and you are a fiber enthusiast, Black Sheep is awesome. So many little things that I had an intellectual knowledge of, like, what a fleece looks like, that's not, like how they have that awesome lock structure. I hadn't really comprehended it because I've gotten, kind of metally stuff, either gotten already pre-washed or my raw, has been really short stapled. I didn't get like a lot of the long staple lock consistencies because short staple is a completely different beast, and I finally get that. I loved watching both the skein judging, especially since I was entered in it. Didn't win, but got awesome feedback that was really good. Also watching the fleece judging, that was interesting as well. Hearing all of those comments, and that even helped me when looking at the fleece just to looky-loo, because, well, I did not have the money, I do not have the time, the inclination, or anything to really, it's mainly the time, forget the inclination. With Shave 'em to Save 'em, that's taking up most of my bandwidth for that, but, so much fell into place that I'm really wanting finances and scheduling to work out so that I can take some of these. I now have a fleece. What do I do with it? Right now it's just been, YouTube has been giving me the information, and reading on various blogs and lists and stuff have been telling me how to handle a fleece. So yeah, it'd be nice to, maybe learn a bit more. So again, leave comments for me if you have any specific questions. And yeah, pretty much that. Sorry, it's the end of the day. So have a good day. Bye-bye.